Hey guys, this is me doing 4x4 layer by layer, and you might think JPerm's going crazy, but actually then I started going crazy 2 years ago because that's the first time I did this. So funny story, at US Nationals 2018, I was sitting at a table with some friends and then one of them, I have no clue why, decided to start doing 5x5 layer by layer. We all said that was stupid, he should stop, but then a little while in, we were all doing 5x5 layer by layer. We were trying to set PBs at the table, or maybe table best, and each time we got a new time like sub 5 or sub 4 and then finally like a low 3-minute solve, I remember I said unofficial world record because we didn't know what the world record was for this. Then Luke Tixon, or the Hoya guy, walks by our table and asks us what we're doing. We say we're doing 5x5 layer by layer and he wants to try. So Luke sits down, starts solving, and he gets like a 2-minute time. He was turning so smoothly, he knew exactly what he was doing, and he was using advanced techniques that I had only just thought of after an hour of doing this. So I asked him, this isn't your first time, right? How long have you practiced this for? And he says, oh yeah, I used to practice this all the time. Ugh. There goes the world record I never had. As you can probably tell, I was bored, so I did this again, except just on 4x4, and I was just trying to get a sub 1. I also failed a few times before I got it, but I hadn't done this in 2 years, so I was pretty surprised that I was able to get it. Yes, finally. If you do this with some friends, it's actually really fun because unlike just with cubing where you each all know how to do it, this adds the extra element of the race to see who can discover the best methods faster. In this video, I'll show you how to solve a 4x4 layer by layer. It applies to every cube bigger than it as well. I'll just show you the techniques I was using to get sub 1. I won't show you the more advanced ones because I'm just going to keep that a secret. I still hope to beat Luke's 41 one day. This is layer by layer, but it's not a beginner method, so make sure you know how to solve a 4x4 already. Preferably if you know the Yao method, this will be a lot easier. So the first thing I do is make the white center, and I should not have to explain that if you can solve a 4x4. And next what I do is 4 cross edges, the same way as Yao, except you don't make the opposite center. So if you know Yao, you should know this. So for example, white and blue, put them together and put it here. Make sure the color scheme is correct, so red would go here relative to blue. And then just continuing, I have green, and then orange and orange. So like this, and then just put all the cross edges in, and then now just do the corners for the first layer. So we can't move on to anything else until the previous layer is finished. So I would try to do this rotation list, like this one goes in here, so that would be like that. And then this one goes here, and red, green here, and this one over here. All right, that's not right. Even if you try to figure it out yourself, the first layer should be pretty easy no matter how you do it. The second layer is where it starts to get a bit tricky, and what I used to do was solve these centers one at a time, but there is a faster way, which is like this. So I take one bar from the first layer and move it down to the opposite side like this. Then what I do is just solve these bars along the left side. So green is already done, so then I will move on to the next one, and I have to follow the 4x4 color scheme. So from here, I have to make sure red is that one, and so I have a red piece down here. I can move it up here. Now slice moves only. If I turn the right side, it will move this block, and I can't like turn the right side and do U moves, otherwise the block gets broken. So only slice moves here. And then move the red. Next I need blue afterwards, so I memorize this blue is at the bottom right, and then this one's here. Put them together, move it to the side, and then next is orange, and there's already a bar. For the last one, I want it to be on the right side so I can reattach the first layer bar and put it all in. Then I just align this first layer, and next we're doing these edges here, which is a little tricky, except it's just the beginner method, but you have to make sure you find the right piece. So this is red-green, and this actually doesn't belong here because this one belongs here. If you tried doing it with a 3x3 beginner method, it would look like this. If you actually found a way to put it in here, it would be flipped. So you have to make sure you find the right piece. So that would be this one over here. And it's not in a great spot. What you could do if you had to solve this is turn the top, and then this is like an F12 case where you just have to flip it. But I'm just gonna do a different one. So like this one goes here, because you can imagine in one move it can make it there. So as long as it can make it there with the right colors, then it's correct. So I'll do this with the 3x3 beginner method algorithm. All right, this one doesn't go here, this one does. So I'm just gonna find a different one. So this one goes here, just beginner method, and then this one goes here. And lastly, this one goes here, so I can do the flip for 3x3. I just realized my 4x4 is making a weird sound. Try to ignore that for the rest of the video. All right, so what I do next is try to solve as many things as I can by turning the two U layers at the top. So in this case, it's going to be U wide, and that actually solves these three pieces. So maybe I'm trying to solve a lot of centers, maybe a lot of edges. It just depends on what I get. All right, next, I solve the rest of the edges or centers. I'll just show you by edges first. So this one goes here, red, blue. So I make sure that you can do it in a more advanced way. I'll just show you one way first. You get blue matching the front, you want it to go here, then you do this algorithm to move it to the right side. So it would be like this, and then slice it up, and then come back down like that. So that M move isn't actually M, it's either the right or left layer, just depending on which one you need to do to slice it up. So I know the notation is wrong, it's just that I don't want to write a bunch of different cases. Here's another example, this one going into the left side, so just a mirror of that algorithm. Next, we do all these centers one by one. So for example, this green one going into here, if you know how to do 5x5 last two edges, you might think put it in here and then move it to a new layer, move it down as well, and so on. And that's just like the big cube commutator, but that requires F moves and is slower. So there's a faster way that goes like this. The faster way uses U moves instead, and that is by moving this one up to here. So I'm not really going to explain it. Here's the notation, but it's just a big cube commutator imagining trying to get this one up to here. So it would look like this. And here's another example, this one to orange. So I put them at the same spot. And then I think I want to get this one up to here. So you pretty much just finish all the centers one by one, and you can actually do this alg pretty fast. And then we have the last four edges. If you know me well, you can guess you can just solve this with commutators. That does work, and if you're good with recognizing commutators to do 3 cycles, then you can solve this pretty quickly. But I'm not going to do that here because I can't visually recognize commutators very quickly. I can only do it for blindfolded. So instead what I do is 4x4 last two edges algorithms. Those are covered in this video here, and I'll also write them in the description. But just as one example here, these two are in like both on the right side of their edge. And if that's the case, I do the algorithm that solves the case of these two matching and these two matching. So it would be like this. And then I have the green paired now. And then for these two, I would just do an algorithm again. So that would look like this. Then afterwards is just OLL and PLL plus maybe parity and parity. And that's pretty much it. This method's pretty basic, but you can still get pretty fast times with it considering that it is layer by layer. And you can also try and make the method better, or even try the method on big cubes because the exact same thing works on 5x5 and up. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.